If you do anything wrong in your life, and I find out about it, I'm gonna try to take everything away from you. And I don't care when I find out. Could be today, tomorrow, 15, 20 years from now. If I find out, you're fucking finished. Who's that? That's you.
So I did not want to go back and forth with Katt Williams like that. That bothered me so bad. That really bothered me.
Video from the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Gwinnett County. You can see Wanda Smith and her husband by the front door. Watch as Katt Williams.
If you've been scrolling through socials this week, you've no doubt seen the chaos surrounding Katt Williams exploding back into the spotlight. Folks are suddenly trying to cancel him over an old clip with late talk host Wanda Smith. Yeah, that wild moment when Katt straight up roasted her on her very own show. The clip is everywhere, sparking heated debates and dragging old controversies back to the surface like it all just happened yesterday.
I do a really nice broccoli. They like my broccoli and they love my baked chicken.
Hey, right now, look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli and tell me he doesn't say heat up water. That's the only step in broccoli, heat up water? Simmer. Have you ever heard of burned broccoli? Can you burn broccoli?
Some people are out here saying Katt wrecked Wanda's career, the one she built over decades. They're even calling Katt a POS for how he clowned her. This all comes right after Katt's public apology for mocking Michael Jackson in one of his old specials. And now, fans are demanding he apologize to Wanda's family too. The pressure just keeps piling up. But check this, plenty of folks aren't buying that narrative. Dave Chappelle stepped in, standing by Katt and saying the whole Wanda thing was nothing but comedy. According to Chappelle, Katt was just doing what he's always done, snapping back when someone throws shade his way. He even called out fans for digging through someone's past just to find new reasons to cancel them, especially when the receipts are from years ago. So let's really break this down. What went down between Katt and Wanda, why that fiery interview is suddenly resurfacing, and why Chappelle is convinced the cancel crowd is blowing this way out of proportion.
That's why I don't be coming out doing comedy all the time, because y'all niggas is the worst motherfuckers I've ever tried to entertain in my fucking...
So in case you didn't catch it, Katt Williams just came forward with a surprising apology to Michael Jackson's family. He admitted he regrets all the wild jokes he used to make about MJ in his comedy specials. Katt explained that looking back, he realizes he never should have mocked Michael at all, because the people cutting his checks and giving him the stage had their own hidden agenda. And what was that agenda? According to Katt, it was all about pushing black men to tear each other down while the industry sat back and cashed in.
I shouldn't have, honestly. Some of these things are the reason that the enemy decides to go ahead and let you be famous, is your ability to tear down your own kind, no matter how high they are.
And just like that, social media lit up. People jumped on Katt Williams, calling him a hypocrite and demanding he apologize to everyone he's ever disrespected, even bringing up the late Wanda Smith. Some voices online were brutal, with one user writing, "Katt Williams is a POS for what he did to Wanda Smith. F him." Another person chimed in, "I remember when Katt Williams went in on Wanda Smith and the whole city of Atlanta laughed right along with him. It was funny then, but Katt gets too full of himself when he disses people. Now Wanda Smith is gone, and suddenly Atlanta's pretending they always had her back. They even added a chilling line, 'I would haunt you lames.' The emotions online are raw, but it's not all hate. Katt has defenders too, and one of the loudest voices backing him is none other than Dave Chappelle. He drew a comparison to his own battles, especially when fans tried to cancel him over trans jokes. Chappelle doubled down, saying comedy is the last arena where you can truly speak your mind, and no comedian should ever let themselves get silenced.
This might be the noblest of professions. Robin Williams had a bar that I loved. He said comedy is the only job you can have where you can use everything you know. And that's true. You can use more than you know. You can use what you think. Use it. Don't be afraid. Don't let these bitch-ass niggas button your lip. Say it anyway.
But this whole situation isn't just about cancel culture. There's another layer people rarely talk about. Katt once claimed that Wanda and her husband literally tried to come after him over a joke. Sounds wild, right? To give some background, this all goes back to September 2018 when Katt and comedian Red Grant pulled up to the Frank and Wanda in the morning show. Red was in promo mode for a run of Atlanta gigs, and what should have been a simple 20-minute radio spot ended up becoming V103's most watched clip ever. And honestly, it's obvious why. Katt flipped the whole interview into a live roast the second Wanda tried to throw shade his way, and it backfired hard. At first, everything looked calm, just your average morning banter, but then the vibe switched fast. Katt started zeroing in on Tiffany Haddish, pointing out how she snagged a Netflix deal without ever doing a proper comedy tour. He claimed nobody could even name a single original joke Tiffany had written. Then he shifted gears and dragged the bigger issue into the spotlight: how talented Black women in comedy keep getting ignored by the industry, while someone like Tiffany gets crowned the face of comedy, even if she's not writing her own material. And Katt didn't stop there. He said Tiffany was chosen for one reason: because she was the safe pick, handpicked by execs to appeal to white audiences. That's when Wanda tried to clap back, saying Tiffany blew up because she's real. But Katt wasn't letting that slide. He snapped right back, saying Tiffany only made it to the top of Black female comedy because of two things: she talks nonstop about dating white men, and she's got lighter skin. The room went from playful to explosive in seconds.
Wherever
Tiffany
you
Haddish,
at under the sound of my
because she's
voice,
real.
do you have a real co-worker?
Right.
Do you have a ratchet friend? Do you have a sister? Do you have a cousin? Do you have a nephew? Do you have a niece? Is they so ghetto? When did that become marketable? Knock it off. They like her because she want to sleep with a white man. That's why the only thing she said was, I want to give it to Brad Pitt. The only thing before that in the movie with me is I slept with this white man and I got a white baby. She had a white husband for the 14 years she been doing comedy, and then all of a sudden divorced him, then said he abused her, then wrote a book, then said he didn't, and then now we're at Brad Pitt. So hey, you can say whatever you want. She said she got a disease for JJ. Don't nobody check for that. I support Linnell, Melanie Camacho, Miss
Yep.
Laura, all the people that got skipped over in the list between now and then. It's no shade to nobody.
Yeah,
We are in the only business where, as a Black woman, what you look like is not supposed to be held against you. And time again, they show you that you can be sidetracked by anything light-skinned.
By this point, the tension between Katt and Wanda was thick. You could feel it through the screen. But things got even messier when Wanda randomly tried to jab at Katt by asking about his cooking skills for his kids. It was meant as a slick little dig, but Katt wasn't about to let that slide. Instead, he snapped back hard, dropping one verbal smackdown after another. "That's dope. You cook? Do you cook for your kids?" he fired off, turning her own question into a roast that had the whole room buzzing.
That's dope.
You cook? Do you cook for your kids?
Absolutely.
Tell me some of the things you cook that they are proud of. Like, Dad made some. You got the best spaghetti. You got the best steak. What do you have?
Still
Say, what do they
answering.
like? You
Just because you're a poor interviewer doesn't mean...
I said you answer the question and just tell me.
Man, you're a
what they
strong
like.
Black woman. Is it
Answer
okay
the
for me to
question. Come on.
You keep interrupting the answer. Everyone can hear it. It sounds like you like me a little bit. It's starting to bleed over the airwaves.
For a split second, it looked like Katt and Wanda had found some common ground. They even shared a quick laugh, and the tension seemed to cool down. But that peace didn't last long. Out of nowhere, Katt threw a curveball that flipped the whole vibe again. He suddenly brought up Wanda's kids, and from that moment, the interview turned into a straight-up comedy showdown. Katt turned the studio into his stage, roasting with punch after punch while Wanda tried to keep her composure.
One.
I have 3 boys.
Excellent.
Yes, I do.
Aren't boys simple?
Hmm?
Aren't boys simple?
They can be. They can be. Yeah.
Wanda knows she
I'm what?
She didn't do as much cooking in the latter years as she did in the beginning.
Whatever. I cook. I do it all.
I didn't say that you
Well,
didn't.
that's all right. I did it in the beginning and the middle and the end.
What's your favorite thing to cook? Your boys, yeah.
They like for me to, I do a really nice broccoli. They like my broccoli and they love my baked chicken.
Hey,
And
hey,
they
right now,
love-
look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli and tell me it doesn't say heat up water.
At first, Wanda tried to laugh it off like it was all jokes, but you could see the fire in her eyes. She was heated underneath that smile. The back and forth was no longer lighthearted. It was personal. Wanda then tried to flip the script by dragging Katt's past legal troubles into the mix and even clowning him about his hair. But that play blew up in her face instantly. Katt pounced on every word, spinning her digs right back at her with even sharper comebacks.
You're good at telling us about what's going on in jail.
Yes, ma'am, and getting out to tell you.
Station viewer 3, your hair is kind of...
That joint was.
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
You don't?
Oops.
Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural?
Come run one of your gnarled fingers.
Come here.
While you on air, so they can hear you live.
Come on. Come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, then stay over there.
Don't worry, ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. I don't want them to. Get on out of here. You okay? You okay?
Only one of our hands moving while we talk.
Are you all right this morning?
Toward the end of the interview, Wanda just couldn't hold back. She fired off one last jab, calling Katt Lil Mama and even hinting that he might be gay. The studio got tense instantly, but Katt shut that down without hesitation, snapping back with a sting that left Wanda scrambling. What made it even harder to watch was the fact this was all happening on her show, live, in front of everyone. Wanda looked like she was losing control of the moment while Katt turned the whole thing into his stage, and the humiliation was written all over her face.
Get this inmate out of here.
If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't call me that.
Whatever, little mama.
If your cholesterol is 600.
Whatever, little mama.
I'm Lil Mama's baby daddy.
No, you little mama.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
and what are you, girl? You probably shouldn't talk about sizes.
Oh, that's okay.
You big on the radio.
That's right. And you're big
Turn
in
it
prison.
down.
And you're
yes,
big
ma'am.
in prison.
I've never been to prison.
You have
19
several
felonies,
times.
no convictions.
Yeah,
Knock it off. Prison and jail aren't the same.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
But then everything flipped from funny to deadly serious. Wanda couldn't shake off the humiliation from that interview, and things spiraled to the point where she allegedly sent her husband and son to confront Katt with a gun. This went down on September 15, 2018, outside the Atlanta Comedy Theater, where Wanda was hosting a comedy night, and what should have been a normal event turned into a street-level showdown. Her husband, Lamorris, pulled up in the parking lot and, according to reports, flashed a weapon at Katt. Security footage later surfaced, showing the tense moments between Katt and Wanda right before her husband stormed in and started chasing him through the lot. It was chaos. Now, police records reveal Lamorris admitted to chasing Katt, but he swore he never pulled the gun, claiming it slipped out of his hand while he was running. Wanda had her own side of the story too. On her radio show days later, she said Katt only came to disrespect her and her husband was simply trying to protect his wife. But then, boom! TMZ dropped a bombshell. They released footage showing Lamorris clearly holding a gun and seemingly chasing Katt straight into a nearby grocery store. To be fair, the video never showed him pointing the gun directly at Katt, and Lamorris insisted he wasn't trying to shoot anyone. Still, the damage was done. The drama was on blast for the whole country to see. Fast forward to January 2019, and Wanda suddenly got fired from V103 Atlanta. No official explanation was given, but rumors swirled fast. Many linked it back to her Lil Mama jab and the way she threw around gay insults during the interview. In Atlanta, a city with a huge black LGBTQ+ community, that move didn't sit well with a lot of people, and it likely didn't help her case. Meanwhile, Katt stayed silent for years, never commenting on Wanda's firing. It wasn't until January 2024, during his sit-down on Club Shay Shay, that he finally broke his silence. Katt claimed the entire Wanda beef didn't even start during the interview. It started before the cameras rolled. According to him, Wanda promised she wouldn't bring up his kids or his legal problems, but the moment he mentioned Tiffany Haddish, she went straight to those exact topics. And from there, Katt said, the whole thing just spiraled out of control. Katt also claimed Wanda wasn't just throwing random shade. He said she was trying to humiliate him in front of her gay fan base, hoping to make him look weak. According to Katt, that move backfired in a big way. He believes that's the real reason she eventually got fired and slowly faded out of the spotlight, because the audience she thought would ride for her didn't like how she handled the situation. Katt didn't hold back when he spoke on Wanda's husband either. He said the entire situation felt like a setup from the start. According to him, Wanda wasn't just upset over some jokes, she actually tried to get him taken out over comedy. Katt painted the moment as way deeper than a roast gone wrong, saying it was an attempt to push him into real danger, all because he refused to back down on the mic. Fast forward to October 2024. Wanda tragically passed away just one day after celebrating her 58th birthday. And Katt? He stayed silent. No public statement, no condolences posted online, nothing at all. The silence spoke volumes, and people instantly started debating whether that was the right move or not. Some fans argued Katt actually did the right thing by keeping quiet. They said if he had posted something, critics would have dragged him for being a hypocrite. Others pointed out that we don't know what happened behind closed doors. Maybe he did reach out privately to Wanda's family, but just chose not to broadcast it online. Still, the lack of any public response kept fueling speculation. Now here's the part that's blowing people's minds. Social media is trying to resurrect old drama and cancel Katt all over again, even though he once claimed he nearly lost his life behind that same Wanda beef. The irony is wild, and honestly, it lines up perfectly with what Dave Chappelle has been saying for years. Cancel culture is cutting the legs out from under comedy. So here's the real question. Should Katt come forward now and give Wanda's family an apology the same way he did with those old Michael Jackson jokes? Or are people just reaching, trying to drag Katt into another controversy with no solid reason?